Practicing scales is much like going to the dentist. Either you don't want to go or you only go once a year. Well, same thing with scales. Most of the time we don't want to practice them because they can get pretty boring doing it like this. Over and over and over. It can get pretty boring. The other thing is sometimes we battle with little things like coordination between the hands. Like the one hand might go faster and the other hand might go slower. One of the hands was a little bit behind the other. To make scale practicing interesting, what I do with my students is I teach them how to play scales in rhythmical groups of 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and you can go higher than that. And I'm just going to show you for one octave to start off with. We've got C major scale here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it in groups of 2. Now I'm going to do it in groups of 3. Now 4. When I do a scale in groups of 2, I don't know if you noticed that the moving under of the thumb is much quicker if you play a normal scale. So from here to here, you've got time to think to put the thumb under. When you play it in groups of 2, you don't have much time because you're actually moving quicker. So you're going to go, I'm going to do it in slow motion. Now if I played it normally, I've got time to think about the thumb going under. When I do it in groups of 2, the movement is quicker. Okay, I'm going to go right through to the top. If I started from the top, see, the movement from the thumb, third over, is much quicker. How would that help me play the scale better? When my reflexes are good, if I'm in a situation where I have to do something that is unusual on the keyboard, I will be able to handle that better than if my reflexes were not that good. And so practicing scales in this way actually teaches your reflexes to react at the exact time that you need them to react. Okay, so if I played this quickly, now I'm going to do it in 2s. Okay? By practicing it in 2s, eventually when I have to play the scale maybe at a much quicker pace, my reflexes of turning the thumb under or turning the third over would be much quicker and I'll be able to handle the movement much better. Okay, so now I'm going to add on to that group, I'm going to do a group of 3. You see there once again? There's the reflex, okay? Okay, sometimes you run out of 3s. That's fine, then you just end normally. So let me do this again. Can you see, just playing those 2 octaves, how much more concentration I have to use when I play the scale than if I just every time just played it. I know with scales, for me, that's normally when I did most of my planning and thought of all sorts of wonderful ideas because it's just brain dead practicing. If I know the pattern, I don't really have to think much, especially when I'm playing maybe for an exam or I'm playing a piece of music where a scale passage is required. Practicing your scales like this will help you to actually concentrate more and also build what we call muscle memory and also your reflex action. Okay? If I did it with the left hand, same story. Now, what fingers on my hand are the weakest? It's my pinky and my fourth. Just doing that is going to help me exercise those two fingers. Now let's do it in fours. Let's do it in fives. If I did it in 2 octaves, okay, now together. So basically what you're doing is you're playing your scales in twos, the rhythm, okay? The rhythm is twos or threes or fours. And you'll notice that after every group, I stop for a few seconds. So it's 1, 2, 3, or if I tried another scale, over there I made a bit of a mistake, so that's going to show me that I need to actually work on it. I promise you that if you took a scale that you were battling with, especially if you try and hands together, even just set separately, if you took at least one scale that you're battling with and you tried that out for a few minutes, 3-5 minutes, you went through the whole thing of twos or threes or fours or fives. If you did that for a few minutes, I guarantee you that the way you play your scales will improve drastically, and almost not only can you do it with your scales, you can do it even with your pieces of music. If there's parts in your pieces of music where there are, for example, scale passages, then you can also do exactly the same thing. Other ways that you can practice scales is, for example, if you're doing 2 octaves or 3 octaves or 4 octaves. Okay, so instead of just doing it in similar motion, that's what we call it, all the way up and then all the way down, my left hand, I'm going to turn around and go down while my right hand's still going up. You see what I did there? So I actually went while my right hand is going all the way up and all the way down. Okay, you can also do it like this if I did more octaves. went wrong a little there. But you see what I can do. So by practicing my scales like that, either way, you're going to focus on one hand or the other, or both hands. But the other thing is you have to concentrate more. And you can set yourself challenges and see how many times you can do it without actually making a mistake. I hope this has helped you. I hope it makes your scale practicing a little bit more exciting than what it has been. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and leave a comment in the comment section and tell me how it's going with your scale practicing. Has it helped you, and how it's helping you, and how your piano playing is being improved. Enjoy your day.